All right, boys and girls, so we did some practice with shapes and we used our pattern blocks. And another way that we can do pattern blocks is actually on the computer. And that's part of our assessment, is being able to make a picture out of our pattern blocks and to be able to describe how many of each shape you use, showing me that you understand which shape is which, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to use Branding Camp to do this. So with Branding Camp, if I sign in, it already has my information saved. Look at all these cool manipulatives. We could do base 10 blocks, and it'll bring up the base 10 blocks for us to count. We can do color tiles, Cuisinart rods, but look right here, I have pattern blocks. Isn't that cool? So I can build things with my pattern blocks. We have our hexagon, we have our trapezoid, yeah, and our rhombus. We call this one sometimes the parallelogram. We have two. And then we have our triangle, our square, and then our other rhombus. Yes. So this would be really nice for us to build some shapes. But you know what? I can make, I'll wait a second. I can make work mats for you guys. So I made a work mat that already has everything we need for this assessment. So I'm going to actually log out of my Branding Camp, sorry. I'm gonna sign out. When you guys sign into Branding Camp, you are all gonna use the same username and the same password, okay? And it is Eason33, okay? It's my name and my room number. So when I come in here, I can just type in Eason33, and I do it twice, and log in, okay? So now you could use Branding Camp with that code, and you can use it for all sorts of things, but I want you to use it to do my specific work mat that I made for you guys. So I have a code right here, MA1, I'll wait. Thank you, much better. MA1MXSF2. Just like we put codes in for quizzes, just like we put codes in for Kahoot. Kahoot, you guys, y'all got the Kahoot codes down. Quizzes was a little new for us, wasn't it? You put a code in. So I'm going to type in my code. I want to make sure that my letters are big. So MA1MXSF2. And then I hit go. And it brings up a work mat, and it says, my picture is a blank. I used hexagons, trapezoids, parallelograms, our blue one, triangles, squares, and rhombuses. So you are going to make a picture. I wanted to show you how I would do that today, and then I'm going to give you guys a chance to do your own, okay? So I thought maybe an animal would be something kind of easy to do. So I was thinking, you don't know what I'm making, so let's see if we can look and decide
A butterfly?
what you think it might be. Oh, that's a good guess. That's a great guess. Let's see.
A bee?
If I want to switch it around, because I actually want this shape to go another way, I'm going to hit it on my right side of my mouse, and then you see these little arrows with the circles? I can flip my shape to rotate it the way I want it to go. And then it'll fit.
I know. A tree. No, a dog.
It's an animal, remember?
A butterfly.
And sometimes they'll line
It's
up
a dog.
perfectly, and sometimes
It's a
they
bee.
won't, and that's okay. Oh, I think I heard someone say what they think it might
A bee.
be. It is going to be a bee. Yes.
I said bee before you.
That's okay. It's really fine if we both guessed it. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to put his stinger back here and see how I flip my shape around. And I can definitely help you with rotating if you need. But I want your idea, your picture to be all your own. Okay? Yeah, you're going to get your, yep, you're going to, you can do this right on your computer, or sometimes it'll work on a tablet. On Fridays. Alright, if we earn it, right? So right now we're working to earn it. Okay, I think I'm done. I think that's my picture.
B.
I think I'm finished. So now, am I done with my whole assignment though?
Yay.
Am I done with my whole assignment?
Yeah.
I'm not, because I have I did do my picture, but I have to fill in the blanks over here. So I can do that two ways. I can draw and put a text box and move it around, but I think it might be easier. Well, I can show you how to do that. Let's do that. B. So there's my animal. My picture is a bee, and then you click off of it, and then you can move it around. Usually, there we go. So I can move it up here, and I put B, or I can use my marker and draw, okay? I'll wait. Let's see, so I'm gonna see how many hexagons I use. I wonder if you guys could help me do this part. I think you could. How many hexagons did I use?
2.
Yes, I used 2. So, oops, you know what? Can you see what that says? I can't. So, I made it a little too thick so I can use my eraser and it doesn't mess up my board. Let me try with this marker. I'm going to make sure I have the thinnest one, and then I'm going to come over here and I can write. And since you guys have the touch screen, you can do that too. Just right there. I used 2 hexagons. How many trapezoids did I use? Let me see. 1 trapezoid.
And one is this one.
Okay. How many of my blue parallelograms? There also could be a rhombus. 2. That's an ugly 2. I don't like the way that looks, so I'm going to just erase it and rewrite it. And that's the beauty of being able to do this on the computer, right? Don't have a lot of eraser lines or anything. How many triangles did I use?
1.
I just used 1 triangle. Wasn't feeling very triangular today. All right, squares. How many squares did I use?
2. 1.
Let's look.
1.
1. Yep. And then how many of my smaller, remember we call those
4.
smaller because they have smaller,
4.
the smaller pointy things. What are the pointy things called?
Edge.
Nope, not the edges, the
Angle.
angles, right. And I used 4. Yeah, you guys were super excited to tell me how many I used. I used 4. Okay, so now my assessment is complete. I drew my picture. Another thing I want to make sure you know, I'll wait till you have eyes on me. I want you to use each shape at least 1 time, okay? I want you to use each shape at least 1 time, all right? So I used each shape once. I wrote the name of my animal or my picture. If you decide not to do an animal, you want to do something else, you just still have to tell me what it was. I put how many of each shape that I used, okay? Now when you're finished, this is important. You're going to hit this blue button that says share, okay? Share. And then send someone a copy through a link or code, all right? And you're going to copy that code and let me come see it so I can get it from you, okay? Does that sound good? Another thing we could do, you can hit share and download the image and save it to your computer, and then I can get it from there as well, okay? Sound good? Sound like something we can do? Yes. All right, guys, let's get started.